Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So pretty much they were picking up exactly where we left off yesterday. We have the crankshaft put in, all the bolts are tightened up just slightly. We're gonna torque them all down to proper torques today, and then we'll see how far we're able to get. But we got all the torque specs right here, so we're gonna start getting to work and just trying to bust things out and get as much done as we can today, because we're kind of short on time, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so to start off, we're going to be tightening the connection rod caps. So it's between 27 and 31 newton meters. So we set the torque at 29.5, and we're going to tighten all of these one by one. And then after we go through every single one with the newton meters, we're also going to add the degrees. So we have to go between 68 and 72 degrees extra. So we're going to start doing that now. I'm going to set you guys down and do So as you guys just saw, we torqued all of these down to 30 newton meters of torque, and as I said, right now we're going to be going off of the degrees. So now we have to add between 68 and 72 degrees to every single cap, every single bolt, and then after that we're going to start tightening the main caps. After tightening all these connection rod caps, we're going to start tightening the main bearing caps. So the pattern is going to be 1 through 8, bolts 1 through 8. That's the center bolts, that's these. We're going to be doing 49 newton meters of torque plus 90 degrees. First these 8 and then onto the rest. Okay, so we're going to set the torque wrench to 49 newton meters of torque, and we're going to start torquing down the middle main bearing bolts. So we tightened them down to newton meters, 19.6. We have the torque wrench set to 120 degrees. So these are all done. Now we have these side ones. There's also 8 of them. We're starting between 29.4 and 31.4 newton meters, and then not adding any degrees, so just probably going to tighten them to around 30 newton meters. And the order is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now that all the bolts are tightened, my dad's just cranking it by hand and everything seems to be going smoothly. We torqued everything down, all the side bolts. So next up, we're going to take the top of the engine and start assembling from there. I think after assembling the motor and like tightening everything, this is probably the coolest thing to watch, is just cranking the motor by hand and watching every cylinder pop up and down. Alrighty, so to give you an update, we added some gasket maker right there. We laid down the head gasket and now we're going to start installing the head. So now we got the head on, we're going to pull out the camshafts, put in the head bolts, tighten it down, and put the camshafts back on. Now that the camshafts are out, there's 8 total head bolts, and we're going to put them in, tighten them up. So for the head bolts, the torque looks like it's going to have to be somewhere around 40 Newton meters. And then we're adding about 120 degrees, and then we're adding another 90 degrees. So this is going to be the tough one to tighten, but it'll take some time. So pretty much we tightened them. First we tightened each bolt in the pattern to 20 Newton meters. Then starting from 1 going up to 8, we did 40 Newton meters. And then we double checked and went through again from 1. And these were actually a lot more loose because these pushed the head down. So these we re-tightened up to 40 and made sure that they're all at 40. So next up, we're going to be doing 120 degrees. Alright, so now we set the degrees to 120 and go through every single bolt once again. And now we set the degrees down to 90 and we go through every single bolt once again. Now they're all torqued down. As you guys probably saw, it was pretty painful to do that. It took both of us and we're still barely holding the stand from turning. So now we're gonna put the camshafts back on and try to assemble the next head. Hopefully we have enough time. So to finish off today's video, I'm gonna just show you guys what we did, because I didn't film the last part of it just because we're kind of running out of time. So I just want to get as much done as we can and rather just put the camera down and not film, just to not have it take too much time. But basically we put on both heads, torqued all the head bolts down. For now we didn't torque down the camshaft bearing things here, but just kind of left it as is because my dad's going to be taking the camshafts off tomorrow. And so pretty much got a lot done, a lot of progress. Both heads are on, so there's not much more left to do. I think tomorrow my dad's gonna be by himself because I am going to pick up another car. I'll probably make a video about it. It's gonna be in the next video. You guys will see what it is. It's probably pretty obvious because that's what this channel has kind of started on, is the same car. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that my dad gets a lot done tomorrow. At least gets valve covers on and the oil pan on. That way Friday we get the timing chain cover on, we get the intake manifold on, we get pretty much most of the stuff put together. That way Saturday evening we can pull the car in, drop the subframe, put the motor on the subframe, and then hopefully get the transmission connected as well. Just get everything buttoned up and ready to go. So that way Monday all we have to do is just put the subframe into the car, lift it up, connect all the sensors, connect everything, fill up the oil, fill up the coolant, and then it should start. So a lot of good stuff today, a lot of work done. So everything's going pretty quickly at this point. We're getting a lot of things done on time. So if you guys are enjoying this series, just subscribe, like, share with your friends, that way more people see it. So I'll catch you in the next video.